Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Wolnot Podcast. My name is Hunter Wright. Once again, this is unscripted, uncensored, and all that good stuff. I'm here with my best friend, Jamie LaPresti. How are you doing, Jamie?
Hunter, what's going on, buddy? Doing good.
Great, Jamie. Good to have you over here. We're going to start off this segment of the podcast, this part of the podcast, talking about the Slender Man. Now, Jamie, do you know anything about the Slender Man?
Yeah, man, it's a creepy character, man-like figure that just creeps up on people, and the closer he gets to you, you are basically in trouble because you will disappear forever, never
You'll
to be
disappear.
seen ever again.
That's pretty much what the Slender Man does. Now, this is crazy, though, because I don't know if the Slender Man's real, if this is just a made-up character, who made him up. There's so many things online. I mean, first of all, do you believe in the Slender Man? Do you think this is a real character?
Absolutely not. I am not one to believe in paranormal activity, anything type like that. I think it's just definitely just in people's heads. You never know what's going on in somebody's head.
That is true too. But you know what the thing is? Before we talk about the Slender Man, I want to give you guys a little bit background of Jamie. He doesn't believe in anything. I'll tell you that much. All right, this guy, he doesn't believe in shit. Anyway, but you guys better believe in this. So what happened is basically a stabbing. Two girls at the age of 12 years old. They were 12 years old, and they decided to have their friend over for a sleepover, and they stabbed her as a sacrifice for the Slender Man. Now, can you imagine that? Like, what is going on?
No, I can't. No.
So, what is going on in these kids' minds, or that 12 years old? Do you remember when you were 12 years old?
Barely.
Barely. But when you were 12, this did not cross your mind once. Like, you're having a sleepover, you're going to kill someone or plan on killing them.
Yeah, absolutely not. Man.
I think this is sad. I mean, I'm glad that they're being charged as adults, but this is crazy because it happened a second time where a girl stabbed her mom. Now, the victims of both of these situations, they survived, which is a good thing. But can you just imagine that? Like, because of this fictional character, people are getting stabbed? I mean, what could this...
man. When I think about it, two things come to mind.
Mm-hmm.
One is the parents who are raising these kids. And
Yeah.
How do they
Yeah.
have the mind capabilities of
Right.
thinking about killing a friend?
That's ridiculous.
Absolutely ridiculous.
At that age.
And the second thing is the internet. Obviously, he's all over the internet, the Slender Man guy, and it's just ridiculous that the parents come into play again. They don't know
Right.
what their kids are surfing on the
Right,
internet,
right.
and they come across this stuff, they talk to their friends about it, and they get caught up in this fantasy that they, can't really even control because the mind wraps around it.
I
just
agree
like
with
this,
you 100%. I mean, that's crazy. The stuff that you can find on the internet nowadays. I mean, parents, you're right. They're not limiting their kids on what they could go on the internet and stuff, They go on whatever they want. Parents, I think this is a wake-up call for parents, pretty much. You really need to watch over your kids, and you need to make sure, like, they're not looking at stuff like this. But at the same time, though, think of it like this, though. You hear, like, horror stories all the time, right? So their kids are pretty much reading, like, a horror story, pretty much. How are the parents supposed to know this is something that their kids shouldn't be doing?
Yeah, and when they're reading this horror story, how do they not get scared out of their minds that they don't want anything to do with it?
Right,
They
anything
want
to do with
more?
it,
Like,
exactly.
how do they
That is
want
sick.
more?
That is sick. The
Yeah.
fact that they bring this story into reality, making a sacrifice for the Slender Man, I don't know. I mean, but what if this character does exist, though? Well, what makes you
my
not believe
God.
in this character?
Well, I can't remember what the game is called for the life of me, but...
It's called Slenderwoods.
Oh, it is? Okay, there you go.
Slenderwoods.
So there's this game, and my friends used to play it, and I actually used to get caught up. I was like, yo, dude, we have to play this game. I want to watch you play this game. Dude, scare the living
Yeah.
shit out of me.
Yeah.
So it's definitely a fun game to play, but like when you're trying to make it into reality,
Yeah, I mean...
how can the fictional character be real? I don't know.
And-
I've never experienced any paranormal anything, so it's really hard for me
Right.
to like, believe in any of that.
I feel you. It always goes on the person's experiences in life. But this is the same thing. Like, so let's say someone's playing GTA, right? You're not about to go out and hijack, like, you're not going to shoot people on the street and stuff like that.
Yeah. Well,
It
there
all
are
comes
some
down-
people that live that life.
Yeah,
so.
but, it all comes down to what you're thinking inside your head. I believe these kids, maybe they just have some kind of psychological problem because it's not every day a 12-year-old or a 13-year-old says, oh, hey, we're going to stab someone, especially your own mother,
Right,
in this
right.
second situation. So, guys, I don't know. What's your opinion on the Slender Man? Do you believe it's real or not? Comment, let us know. And we're going to be moving on, and we're going to be talking about some really weird news. So let's move on. So here's a topic that Jamie's not too happy to talk about. But are a woman looking for 6.5 inches in length no matter what the nature of the relationship? According to a new study, when it comes to one-night stands, ladies are looking for girth, not length. Okay, so researchers asked 41 women to examine 3D printed penises of varying sizes and select the model they would prefer for a one-time partner. Wow, this is weird though, because it's only about 41 women in the study, but basically it ranged from 4 inches long and 2.5 inches in circumference to 8.5 inches long and 7 inches in some circumferences, and the models the participants chose for one-night stands had larger girths than those picked for long-term relationships. So the women preferred 6.5-inch penises for both types of relationships. I don't know, this is, I don't really know what to say about this, but yeah, apparently it's not about how big it is, it's about how fat it is.
Well,
for one night stands. I wonder why, though. Why do you think, Jamie, it's about how fat it is and not about how long?
For a topic so inappropriate and unprofessional like this one,
we don't normally do this, but I just had to.
Yeah, well, it's weird because I have heard this before, and yeah, I have heard this before, and apparently, there's the whole thing if are you a grower or a shower, and apparently, I think, and I honestly think the whole how big your dick is, whatever they like, whatever. It's definitely weird because there's no way a woman's vagina could, they're not 7 inches long.
Right,
you can't even fit,
exactly. Right.
So if it's longer, then so what? But the girth,
Oh yeah, that's definitely what they're looking at.
No, it definitely makes sense.
No, I guess it, but for a one night, I mean, I guess, but then why wouldn't they want it for a whole relationship?
Yeah, well, for you girls on there on Walnut, let us know.
Let us know.
Yeah, we could totally, screw these 41 people. We got a bunch on Walnut.
We got Walnutters that's gonna...
Let's get a bigger, scope of things.
Exactly, we're so curious. Because we care so much about this topic. We just, I mean, you know what, I honestly don't care what a woman has to think about it. You know what, I think at the end of the day, what they should care about is if the sex is good or not. Because you know what, I'm not going to speak for myself or anything like that, but some people do have small penises and they still end up satisfying a woman somehow. I don't know how, but they do. And, I think that's what it comes down to, though. I think it's, it's how well you could satisfy your woman with what you got. So, I don't know, that's just my opinion on things.
Hey, you know what? It's not always about that. It's more about the intimacy, how much you love that person. That's what I believe in, but this is definitely interesting, and I want to hear what all you guys on Walnut has to say.
All you guys, make sure. Jamie wants to...
I meant guys as in all people, but yeah.
But yeah, guys, we need to... Girls specifically, but Jamie's more interested in the guys, so...
Oh, yeah, definitely.
We just caught you right there. Jamie's not coming out or anything, but... Alrighty then, this was an interesting topic. We've never really talked about that before, but if you guys like us talking about dicks and vaginas and stuff like that, as inappropriate as it is and unprofessional, but, if you do enjoy it, we can do it. Alright, so, yeah.
This is unscripted, uncensored. Right?
So, yeah, that's the whole point of unscripted, uncensored, that we talk about whatever the hell we want to talk about. So, moving on, I consider this to be really weird news, so let's paint a scenario for you. You send your kids off to school, and they decide to talk during quiet time, and the substitute teacher decides to tape their mouth shut. What are your opinions on this, Jamie?
Let me tell you this. When I was a senior in high school, I did community service. We went to Holy Cross High School, and so I was actually a CCD teacher, so I taught first grade, and which was really fun. But it's you definitely know first graders are just gonna go completely
they do whatever they want.
So I actually do see where this teacher is coming from. I don't think taping the mouths of kids is an absolute big deal. I don't think
you think it's a big deal?
No,
wow.
I don't think it's a big deal.
Wow.
I can't believe it actually made the news.
Wow.
I think it's actually a fun thing for a teacher to do.
Are you serious? Oh my god.
Yeah, what's wrong with as long as you're not tying them to the back of the chair.
Okay, Jamie, so let's say this. You send off your kids to school, you're okay with them getting their mouth taped by a teacher because they were talking?
If the teacher is letting me know and the teacher comes up to me after school and says, "Listen, I was doing this fun thing where if anybody was talking, I would put tape over their mouths because they just weren't being quiet." I would completely 100%
You know
be
what?
totally fine with that. I'd take my kid home and I would talk to him about it. don't talk her in quiet
You know what?
hours.
Actually, now that you bring this up, you know what? I have to agree with you a little. I feel like everybody has like a stick up their ass now, because back in the day when I was getting disciplined, I would learn. If I did something wrong and I got hit, you know, it was okay. My parents would be like, "Oh, good for the teacher for hitting you, so you could learn."
Yeah.
You know, now it's like if the teacher even just so taps your child, you know, they make a big fucking deal.
Yeah, they totally flip out.
You know, they flip out for no reason. So, you know what? Now I do agree with you, but taping their mouth, I feel like there's better approaches than taping the kid's mouth. So, on that part, I don't know. I'm so with it, but yeah, I can't believe it's in the news either, you know, but apparently the 9-year-old complained. And the father got pissed. The father got pissed at the substitute teacher, and now there's a case that is pending.
Oh, that's ridiculous. That's totally ridiculous. And that actually honestly pisses me off because if you're a father, you're gonna stick up for your kid for being bad.
Yeah,
like, he's literally sticking up for his kid for not keeping his mouth shut.
And this is
sometimes
why,
the timeout chair just isn't enough.
Yeah, and this is why there's so many brats nowadays. You know, compared to when I was in first grade and compared to seeing first graders now. I mean, now they're just so spoiled to the fact that what's gonna happen with that generation. I don't even know, but let's move on. What do you guys think? Let us know. Once again, do you think it's okay for a substitute teacher to tape the student's mouth shut? I mean, Jamie and I pretty much are on the same page on this one. Jamie more so than me, but let's move on. So this might be a little bit older news, but did you see 50 Cent, like, taking that first pitch at Citi Field?
Oh my god, it was awesome.
Jamie,
totally
I know you're a sportsman, and I'm going to let you chime in on this before I have to say what I have to say about this.
Okay. So, number one, he totally throws like a girl. He's left-handed, and it almost makes you look like he's right-handed trying to throw left-handed.
Right.
But what happened was, he did an AMA on Reddit, and what people were asking him, like, you know, why? Like, how can you not throw?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, how do you throw like a girl? And he said his arm was sore from jerking off too much.
You're kidding me.
Yeah,
You're kidding me.
Dude. So he must have been just trolling people. I'm sure he doesn't have to jerk off because he probably gets laid by every whore in wherever the hell
You know
it
what,
is.
though? What I'm thinking, though? I'm thinking this was like a PR stunt for 50 Cent. I'm thinking, because you know what? Now people are talking about him. Let's say he did a good pitch, then okay, he just did a good pitch.
Right. And you know what? That's totally true because actually I saw like some videos where he was actually warming up like in the bullpen before
And he was doing good.
pitch, and he was fine.
Yeah.
You know, he wasn't like throwing darts in there.
Well, of course not. He's 50 Cent,
but he was throwing it straight and he was having a legitimate catch with someone. And it definitely could have been a PR stunt, and it's totally something 50 Cent would totally do.
I mean, you know what? But the type of character he is also, I wouldn't think, like, you know, he would want to be embarrassed. But I guess, I mean, when have we recently heard about 50 Cent? You know, you don't hear about him much.
Yeah, it's been a little bit.
Look at the shoes he has on, though. What is he wearing, Jordans or something?
I guess so. I'm not really a shoes man. They actually match the Mets jersey that he's wearing.
God.
But, you know, this gets me mad because it just shows that these people, they spend their money, all these rappers.
Yeah.
And, they don't do anything recreational.
No.
They don't have, they have fun by sitting around smoking weed and drinking and like looking at bitches and shit like that.
That's
and
crazy.
You don't go out and throw a baseball with your buddies like I guess normal people would do. But
hey, but you know what? If you end up rich and famous one day, what are you gonna do? Throw a baseball with your friends or smoke?
I would love to. If I was rich and famous and I didn't have to work a day in my life, I'd play baseball every day of my life.
I would too, honestly. I wouldn't live how they do, but you know what? Maybe they were saying the same thing as us, but money changes people. Anyway, moving on. 50 Cent can't throw for shit. Let's move on. So apparently we just stumbled upon a video of an old man walking a bird. You guys can simply find this with a Google search or something. Type in nothing to see here, just an old man walking a bird. And it's pretty cool though, because you just see an old man and the bird is walking right next to him. So there's people even taking pictures and stuff, and the old man's like, come on, move along. Like,
nothing to see.
Nothing to see here. How do you get to do that though? Like, how do you train a bird to do that?
No idea. You have to find the same bird. You gotta be definitely You're feeding him every day. He's not even on a leash.
Yeah, he's not.
He walks with
But how can you put a bird on a leash?
I'm sure if you want to, you can put the bird on a leash.
Like
but why would you need to when he literally follows you every step? The guy's walking 2 miles an hour with a cane, and he's just walking with him on the side. Not doing anything.
I wonder if the guy knows the bird though, or it's just a random bird. I mean, obviously he has to know him. There's no way a random bird is just gonna follow you. And they're about to cross the street also. Oh my god. They just crossed the street and They seem so happy though.
Oh
That's-
my god! Imagine the bird gets run over, man.
But you know what? This is either in Japan or Hong Kong, so
Oh,
you know
yeah,
what?
yeah,
Seeing
that's
things like this over there is probably like it's a normal day.
yeah, wow, that is excellent.
Guys, you guys have to check it out. It's pretty cool. And after that video, you can check out a drunk old man pisses. It's in the related items. Drunk
I'm
old
jealous
man.
of that guy. I must say, I wouldn't.
Can you believe this? Why is this in the related items? There's a video of a drunk old man who's pissing himself. This was, I don't even know what to say about this, so we're gonna end it on that note.
Oh my god.
Alright guys, let's move on to sports. Jamie's favorite. I thought he'd be wearing a Yankees hat and a Rangers jersey or something right now, but he's not. But let's talk about the Rangers. What happened, Jamie? Two games.
Well, first of all, I would like to say that I have a Ryan Callahan jersey, and I am not touching that because he is not even on the team anymore.
All right.
They traded him away. I'm sure he is hurting watching these Rangers, but I will not jinx my team by throwing on a Callahan jersey. So now I need a new one.
Oh man, so you're like that. You're like superstitions and stuff. If you wear a jersey, you might jinx.
Oh, definitely.
Guys, if the Rangers lose, it's not Jamie's fault because he didn't wear the jersey. I just want you guys to let you know.
Damn straight.
But what do you think? You think the Rangers are gonna take this one home? Or?
Well, it's totally easy to say that they possibly can take this home, and the reason why is because of the Pittsburgh series. Right before this one, they were down 3-1.
That
they
is
came
true.
Back.
They did come back.
Yeah, Marty St. Louis' mom died. They rallied around him. Also, Moore's wife also died, and he's going through tough times too. So this team is rallying around both of them. And it's just nice to see that they came back during the Pittsburgh series.
I think they could come back on this one also. It'd be a great.
Well, here's the thing. This is Monday, so there's only been 2 games right now. I don't know when you're listening to this podcast right now, but the problem is they've had during 2 games there have been 4 separate occasions where they've been up by 2 points. LA has not led the series for a second. It's either been tied or the Rangers have been in the lead, and overtime, they've won both in overtime, so now it's coming back to the Garden, and we'll see what happens.
I mean, still, though, I feel like they really need to step it up. They can't be losing in overtime. This isn't something that the Rangers should be doing, and I mean, if they lose 2 more games, that's it. Can you imagine all those people that are behind the Rangers? Like, how long has it been? How long has it been, though?
20 years.
20 years, exactly.
So, the money is a huge problem. People are spending $1,100 to go to the Garden to watch these guys lose in overtime. Well, they haven't played in the Garden yet, but supposedly they're going for $1,100, which is just ridiculous amount of money.
I heard somewhere like 2,000.
Yeah, I'm sure some people are doing that, but seriously, that's just a whole ton of money. I've actually heard a rumor where you can actually get a flight to LA round trip, buy a ticket at the Staples Center, and it's still cheaper than buying a ticket at the Garden.
Oh my god, you're kidding me.
I swear to God, man, that's what I heard. So that's totally ridiculous.
But you know what? That's the Garden for you. Anything
and that's
in
New York for you too. Yeah.
Anything in New York. I remember when I went to WrestleMania in New York, the tickets were like front row, where they were like $2,000, and they had it in another state the following year, and it was like $600 for front row. So it goes from $600 to $2,000 just because you're in New York.
Yeah,
like,
ridiculous.
That's ridiculous.
I guess it's because of the standard of living here. It's so high.
Yeah.
And they just want to take advantage.
But either way, people go. It's not like people are gonna be like, oh, $2,000 a ticket or $1,100.
Yeah.
People, some people can afford these type of things, and they go. So, they know what they're doing. The Madison Square Garden.
Right. But I'm also not a fan of it because
I think it's wrong.
All the diehard fans that
they
don't go, and then you have all these high-end businessmen taking their clients
that aren't even diehard fans, right?
Yeah,
that are going.
Exactly. So they're taking advantage too.
They did a nice thing though in Bryant Park. I don't know if you're aware of this. They actually had like a big screen, and people.
I did hear about that.
Yeah, people were going to Bryant Park. It was packed though. It was like. So you could go there, watch the game. It's
for
not
free.
For free.
That's awesome.
For free. It's not the same as being at the actual game, but
it's outdoors.
it's outdoors.
Yeah,
you're with diehard Rangers fans right there.
Yeah, it's nice weather we've been having.
Exactly, nice weather and everything. It's a nice thing to do. So if you guys are in New York, I don't know what's going on in LA, but if you're in New York, you can definitely go to Bryant Park and check it out, have a good time, and this way you're not dishing out $1,000 for a ticket to, who knows what's going to happen. Hopefully they win. I don't want to say anything, even though I did already, but let's not jinx anything, guys, and let's talk about more sports in a bit. So, summer of 2014, I'm sure there are many places many people want to visit, but, I'm sure you're not probably going to get all of them in. But what are some places you'd like to visit for summer? We're going to do a top 3 list of what we'd like to go Well, not for the summer, but anytime. These are just places that we'd love to go. Top 3. Let's do it.
Okay, if I'm going first, I'm a huge Caribbean fan. I like laying out on the beach. You know, even though I got red hair and freckles, my skin is definitely susceptible to some, melanoma from the sun.
I mean, look at how burned I am. I'm so like... But yeah, go ahead, Caribbean.
So anyway, anywhere in the Caribbean, I've been to a bunch of cruises that just travel.
Oh, they're the best.
So I've already
Caribbean
been to the
cruises.
Caribbean, but I will go there any day of the week. Totally, my favorite place.
So you put that as number 3 on the list?
No. Oh, you know
well,
what?
Well, counting down. 3, 2, 1.
Okay.
Oh, so which one?
That would be my number 1. I love
okay.
going to the Caribbeans. I don't care if somebody says, "Oh, hey, would you rather go to Italy?" And
you'd pick the Caribbeans over Italy
in a heartbeat.
Wow.
In a heartbeat. I don't know why. I just I'm sure
I guess
Italy's
so. I would
nice
probably...
and stuff like that. But and especially the Mediterranean, I'm sure that's beautiful. But the Caribbean, I've been there before.
And they're such nice people. Also, the locals.
Yeah, everybody. Oh my God, the locals are so nice and stuff like that. So that would be your number 1.
So let's go with number 2.
All right. So then my number 2 would definitely be Australia, and the reason why.
God.
What?
No, I love Australia.
Okay.
Not in a bad way.
Okay. So anyway, I love it because number 1, I'm a huge snorkeler. I love the water. I love fish and stuff like that, and the Great Barrier Reef, I think, is over there. So,
and the kangaroos.
Yeah. All that stuff. I'd love to go on some kind of,
the
Australian safari.
Stuff, yeah.
See some Tasmanian devils and stuff like that. Just some stuff that you wouldn't find anywhere else. And also the people around there are nice, and the women are gorgeous.
I heard it's a little dangerous in Australia, though. I'm not sure about that one, but I heard there is some danger factor. I might be wrong. But that's what I've been hearing.
Yeah, I don't know. But you know what? The women are gorgeous. I would totally go
You
there.
can go to Brazil for that, too. They got those nice big bungos.
Yeah.
Number 3.
Number 3 would actually is a weird one. Well, not too weird, but Tokyo.
Tokyo.
Yeah, Tokyo. I'm a huge.
You're gonna stick out so much.
I know. I gotta imagine.
What the hell are you gonna do in Tokyo?
Yeah. But So that would totally be great because I'm a huge video game technology fan, and I would just love to go to Tokyo and see all the. I've only seen pictures of Tokyo, but like some of that stuff is just crazy. How all the lights, you got.
Yeah, that is true, dude.
You got Times Square and stuff like that, but the technology over there is just incredible. There's some stuff
I would be scared to go to Tokyo though, because first of all, I don't know the language.
It's crowd. Yeah, that's true.
It's crowded.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean,
but hey, you can't. You can't.
You live life once
if you're going to
also.
another country, we're doing a top 3 on country. If you're going to another country, odds are. You gotta know another,
That is true, too.
But let's hear yours.
I'm gonna stay in the United States for my number 3, and I'm gonna go with Las Vegas.
Okay.
As many times as I've been there, I still love Las Vegas. I just think it's so crazy because so much can happen in Vegas.
Oh, yeah.
You can go, the first day, you can end up losing all your money in the casino, and the second day, you can have like 5 girls. If you lost all your money, I don't know about that, but...
Yeah.
I mean, it's just like...
You can win money, and then you can spend it.
Yeah, but Las Vegas is just so many things can happen. Drunk girls walking by, shows, strippers. It's just great. It's a nice lifestyle.
Excellent.
When you're single, huh?
That's number 1?
That's number 3.
Number 3.
That's number 3.
Right,
I'm
okay,
counting
cool.
down.
Yeah, you're doing it right.
I'm doing it right. I'm doing it the right way.
Good.
So with number 2, as much as you said against this, but I would have to go with Italy. I haven't been to Italy, but it seems like a really...
I'm not against it. I'm not against it.
I understand, but you picked the Caribbeans over Italy.
Right.
I've never been there, but Italy for me it would be more like I would go on a date kind of thing. I wouldn't want to.
Yeah. With your better half, definitely.
That would be number 2.
Yeah, totally romantic.
And number 1, are you ready for this, Jamie?
What is it?
What do you think? Just give me a guess.
I really don't know. I'd have to say, I don't know. I really don't know.
It's a really weird one.
I know it's weird. That's why I'm trying to think. I'm not going to say something obvious.
All right, ready? I want to go to Russia.
Really?
I'm picking Russia.
Oh, man.
And
Putin, here we come.
The reason is I feel like Russia has so many different types of things. Like,
communism?
Communism. I mean, you know what? It seems like a strict type of play. I don't know. It's something that's different. I don't know. But I'm kidding. It's not Russia, bro. It's Amsterdam. It's Amsterdam. Come on. Why would I pick Russia?
I have no idea. That's why I was questioning it.
You're just like...
Oh, Amsterdam's obvious. I should have guessed that then. Damn it.
Amsterdam, I mean, that place looks amazing. I've had a few friends that went there, and they were like, it's probably the best place you could go to visit, vacation.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I mean, Amsterdam is like Las Vegas, only more like... I don't know.
Even more free.
Yeah, more free. There we go. I can't believe you thought Russia. Like,
yeah. Dude, I was questioning. I was like, communism?
Oh my god, yeah, definitely not Russia. Not Russia. But yeah, I mean, those are interesting lists. I love the Caribbean also. I would think it's too, like, close or something that you could easily do. There's so many cruises and stuff, but it is a nice place to go. I would have to say that.
Definitely, I would agree. These are all nice places.
These are all very beautiful places. But how about this? What are some places that you definitely would not go to?
Russia.
How about this? Russia. He's totally against Russia. All our Russian viewers, if we have any.
Oh man.
You won't be seeing Jamie there. No.
No way. No. Well, probably China because of how I hate crowded places.
Yeah.
And they, obviously
they're weird. No offense.
I really don't know much about China. I'm
No.
just like, I'm just shooting the shit here.
Shooting the shit.
Yeah, well, it's definitely crowded over there, and I don't like big places. I'm not even like a club type of dude.
I wouldn't even know what we would do in China.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. What is there to do there? But
I don't know.
Definitely.
I would be scared to go to China also.
Yeah.
I don't think that's
sweatshops with little 7-year-old kids knitting our sneakers.
Yeah. Oh god. I mean, where else wouldn't we go? I'm trying to think of places. I don't really like places like Kansas either. Like,
if you're staying in the United States, but that's most of the Midwest.
Yeah.
It's not even like just.
I'm trying
Kansas,
to think outside of the country, outside of the United States.
Yeah.
Where I would never go though, and a lot of people might actually like this? Mexico. I don't know why.
Yeah, actually, that's funny because I actually have some conversations with some of my friends, and they're always like, "Oh yeah, let's go on vacation. We'll go to Casa de Campo, stuff like that." I'm like, "Well, you're gonna go there to the Caribbean? Go to the islands, Grand Cayman, St. Thomas, Virgin Islands."
Definitely.
Oh man, I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of Mexico either. Except I'm a huge fan of Mexican food.
Yeah, but food, what? But the thing with Mexico though is there's so many times that people have invited me and stuff, and I'm just scared. I don't know why. I feel like they tell me stories where you get robbed so easily. My friend had his rental car. That's true too. But still, my friend had his rental car stolen from him.
Wow.
And you know what? You actually have to get special Mexican insurance when you're renting a car.
Really?
When we were in California, when we rented a car, they were like, "Are you going to Mexico?" And we're like, "No, why?" They're like, "Well, it's $8 a day for Mexican insurance."
Wow.
Yeah, so that's how bad it is out there. Apparently, so. What about one more place that we wouldn't go? I don't know.
You know what? I would tell you one place that I'm going to tell you some place that probably people would say they wouldn't go, but I would.
Oh, you would?
Which would be all the way down south, South Pole, the Antarctic. I would love it because.
I guess. Okay. See, there we go. Okay, let's see why.
Yeah, so I would love to go there because number one, if as long as you're bundled up, safe, whatever, blah blah. But definitely, once again, I'm really into marine life. I'd love to see all that shit, penguins, narwhals. If you know what a narwhal is. That is true too.
That is true. I do know what a narwhal is. That is true, but isn't that a mythical creature though?
I don't think so. No. I'm pretty sure they're not.
Narwhal.
Wow, actually, now that you said that, I might be bugging.
But you never know.
No, I'm pretty sure. No, they definitely done specials like that Blue Planet special. Yeah. So I'm pretty sure. True. No, I don't think they're mythical. Or
I mean, you know what? It does seem like a place that would be nice to at least see once. But when you're planning a vacation, it's not the first.
Oh no, not for a vacation, but definitely for like a nice month thing where you have like things actually planned. I would go there for a month. Why not? It's only a month. You got your whole life.
I mean, I guess, but that's 1 month. I mean, it also depends if you're working, at what point in your life you are.
Yeah, definitely.
But wow.
I'd love to go, see some polar bears down there. Just see the food chain in action.
The food chain in action.
That's what I have in mind.
Wow, definitely. Wow. All right, guys, we're curious to see where you would like to go, where you would like to not go. Let us know again in the comments. So here's something we've never done. Instead of just telling you guys news and things that are going on, we're going to tell you some opinions that we have. So we're going to talk about celebrities that we would love to see naked. Jamie started off. Who would you like to see naked?
Well, I'd like to start off by saying I'm not really a person that gets infatuated with these people that everybody else gets infatuated over, like Mila Kunis, Scarlett Johansson, those obvious
but she
ones,
is so hot though.
I know,
I know.
God. And well, here you're proving my point now.
Yeah.
So everybody is just in love with these celebrities, and I like to go a little bit off the boat with stuff like this, like mostly people you probably haven't even heard of, like Lauren Cohen. I'm sure a lot of people. She's the one. She's in Walking Dead. And
well, I'm sure people have heard of her if she's in Walking Dead. That's a pretty big show.
Yeah, but she's gorgeous. Also, like Yvonne Strahovski.
Never heard of that.
Never heard of her? Oh my god, I gotta show you her. She's definitely gorgeous. She's my number one. She was in Chuck. She played Sarah Walker on Chuck.
Oh, really?
There might be some Chuck fans out there. That's my favorite show of all time. And what about you?
I don't know. You know what? I mean, I was curious to see what Miley Cyrus looks like naked. Apparently, she got some photos in. Not that interested. I'm not interested in Miley Cyrus. I just wanted to see her naked just for, like, oh, here's Miley Cyrus naked. Not fascinated with it. It wasn't anything special. Apparently now, you know what celebrities are doing though, just to get off a little bit of topic? Instagram had this thing where Rihanna posted a picture and her nipples were showing or something, and they deleted the picture or whatever, and now she's going against Instagram or something, and she was on the red carpet with a see-through dress, and you could see her,
really?
like you could see her tits and nipples or whatever, and there was this other celebrity that went grocery shopping without like a top and everything, and apparently they're like, what's wrong with some nipples? So I mean, this is what's going on now. Celebrities are just like casually getting naked. So
it almost sounds like they're looking for even more attention than they want.
Yeah, can you believe that? All the attention that they're already getting, they just want more attention on top of it, which is ridiculous.
Yeah. Especially like, I'm sure all these celebrities have boyfriends.
Yeah, well,
like,
most of them,
I don't know their deal. I don't know. I heard some shit
Exactly.
with Drake or something like that. But like, if you have a boyfriend like that, like, what are they thinking? Like, oh yeah, you're going on the red carpet with some see-through dress. Like,
you know what
for
though?
the whole world to see. Literally.
When it comes down to money, I'm sure these boyfriends, depending on who they are, if it's some casual guy and they're dating this really, really rich celebrity and they don't have much money themselves, then I'm sure, what are they going to have to say? You know, oh, I don't like you doing that. Well, you don't like it, then go find someone else.
Yeah.
You know, it's not like that's what's going to happen.
Honestly, when I have a girl, it's just better to know that like you're the only one.
Of course, that are seeing
you
her.
want to keep that to yourself.
Exactly.
Between you guys.
When it comes down to celebrities, they're already exposed to the world. But you know what? Back in the day,
sleep with everybody around the corner, man.
Of course. Back in the day, though, when you saw a celebrity naked or like a nip slip, like let's say Janet Jackson during the Super Bowl, it was a big thing.
Yeah. But that's an accident.
Yeah, accident, whatever. But it was a big deal. Like her nip slipped, But now it's like they flash it here and there just for the hell of it,
Yeah.
And but going back to seeing celebrities naked, I mean, I don't know, there are a lot of hot celebrities, but I don't know who I would really pick. Mila Kunis, however you say her name. I don't know if she's gotten naked, I don't think she has, but she's just so hot once
Honestly,
again.
there's something to think about. It's something for me to think about. Like, I would actually have to, like...
To think about who you...
about it, because there's so many options. There's... I don't know, there might be some Friends fans out there, but there's actually an episode where Ross and Rachel, like, come up with a top 5 list of who they would want.
Really?
Like even though they were going out, if they had the opportunity to see one of these celebrities, if they were on their list, then they're allowed to do it, no strings attached.
Oh, wow.
So, I mean, I think that's kind of fun, and if I were to do that with my girl, that would be pretty interesting.
That would be interesting. There's this, I was watching Click, and Adam Sandler's wife in the movie, I don't know who it is, but she is
gorgeous,
so hot.
so gorgeous.
Do you know her name?
Oh, I don't know.
Because she is so hot. When I was watching that movie, I was like, wow, Adam Sandler, you are such a lucky fucking man to be in a movie with such a hot, and that's your wife in the movie.
He probably did he probably chose her to be his wife.
Yeah, because that's a hot, I mean, I don't know. Did you see the new movie with Adam Sandler, though, Blended?
No, with Drew Barrymore?
Yeah, Drew Barrymore. I don't know, what do you think about Drew Barrymore? Does she have sex appeal? I don't know.
She definitely
She
does.
seems klutzy, though.
The thing is, if you're a celebrity, you automatically have sex
You
appeal.
do, that is true. There is some sex appeal to that.
I almost see her, I can almost compare her to, Cameron Diaz,
yeah.
If you have the opportunity,
you're
not going to tell me you're not going to sleep with them.
Of course, that is true.
And actually, I think Cameron Diaz is a little hotter. But Drew Barrymore, she seems almost like, I'm sure she's not ditzy, but she almost seems like it.
I think she is, though. I think she is. I don't know. I think it's a little turnoff, though, when girls are, acting dumb or, klutzy. I think it's a turnoff, but girls think that they're doing it and it's attractive. I don't think so.
Yeah, totally.
I mean, But guys, what's your top 5 or top 6 or top 20 or top 1, whatever it is? Let us know. Celebrities are hot, and we would definitely like to see more of them naked. Moving on. So parents, do you want a healthy baby? Have you ever thought about this? You might want to roll them around in dirt. Now, Jamie, I don't know if you believe this or you would ever do this. They say if you roll your child in dirt or whatever, apparently, I mean, it just makes them healthier.
Okay.
What do you...
So I don't know if I would do it per se, but I do believe that they might be onto something here.
How?
Well, because what happens is babies, when they're growing up, that's when they're building their immune system.
Okay.
So if they're getting exposed to all these things, then they'll build that immune system against all that stuff.
What,
and they're
against
less
dirt?
likely to get sick. Well, there's things in dirt, salmonella poisoning and just general viruses. It says cat dander. So, like, even as something as small as cat dander, then they can grow up without cat allergies. There are so many people with these allergies and stuff like that. But I'm not going to roll my baby around in dirt and risk them, getting, let them go outside. Let them play in the park.
And then roll themselves in dirt.
Yeah,
You're not going to have to pick up your baby. Can you imagine just walking in a park or something and you see someone rolling their child in dirt? Or I don't know. I mean...
Well, I'm sure they're blowing this up a little bit, but they're saying don't be so don't keep your kid inside.
Oh yeah, inside a bubble.
Yeah,
definitely.
Yeah, if you keep your kid inside a bubble, once they get out of that bubble, they're not gonna be used to any.
Oh my God, I knew this one parent who kept their kid inside a bubble, and once their kid grew up, they were sick every freaking day.
Oh my God, yeah, that's what happens.
She would be like, "Oh, wash your hands like 20 times a day. Don't touch this, don't touch that." And I took the train with her one time, and she was like, "Oh my God, don't touch the pole." And I was like, "I'm about to fall, like it's a bumpy ride. Like, what do you mean, don't touch the pole?" She literally took out like Bounty or whatever, wrapped it around the pole. I was like, "Oh my God!" Like,
I don't know if it has anything to do with this, but they actually say if you if those people who use hand sanitizer every freaking couple of minutes, it's actually a bad thing.
Yeah, I heard that also.
I'm not really sure why, but
they say apparently because the germs get used to it at some point and then build immunity or something. I don't know. It was some story like that.
Yeah, but come on, every once in a while, sure,
every once in a while is okay.
When you are going to a Subway, it's nice to have that stuff.
Of course.
Like, if you're going about your house and you're like eating a sandwich and then you and rub your hands in hand sanitizer every half hour.
Exactly.
Come on.
I don't even know.
Yeah. Jesus.
Alrighty. So this is pretty interesting. Imagine you have a phone and you drop it in the toilet. Would you go after it? Well, maybe you shouldn't because apparently 2 people died from trying to get their cell phone out of an open pit toilet. So apparently it just smelled like shit, which,
it's a porta potty,
exactly,
right? So,
right.
There's nothing to flush.
Exactly. And apparently because of the smells, they became unconscious and fell into the pit. And apparently, I mean, the reason that they died was it took an hour for medical personnel to respond and come. Wow, come. It took them an hour to come. Yeah, so what do you have to say?
I say if I ever drop my phone in a porta potty, I am out. I will buy a new phone.
Exactly.
Why would you? I don't care if it's
that's disgusting.
Top of the line. Oh my God.
I don't care either.
Even if you get it out of the toilet, you really think it's gonna work?
Exactly.
What the hell is the point of that? Oh yeah, I'm gonna get it out. I'll fix it and I'll flip it. I'll sell it.
The estimated phone value was $320, and now their life. That's what their life cost, $320.
Oh my God, for a freaking... I guess it just goes to show how people are obsessed with their phones. How,
technology and everything, right?
Yeah. Now literally everybody has a phone, and now when you're sitting around, you're not talking to anybody. First thing people do is pick up their phone.
That's what pisses me off. Oh my God, the amount of people on their phones.
Communicate with the freaking people around you that are actually in front of your face.
I was hanging out with 2 girls recently, and both of them were on their phones. 3 girls, I'm sorry. 2 of them were on their phone, and this other girl was like, "Are you guys seriously on your phones? Like, come on."
I bust people all the time for that.
I hate it.
All the time.
The amount of arguments I've gotten into with, girlfriends and exes.
What was their argument? That's what I want to know.
I don't...
What's their argument?
I don't know what they have to argue.
I'm in a fight with somebody.
Yeah, right?
I gotta text them right now.
I mean, there's just no reason to be texting when you're with you go outside to hang out with people, not to text in front of those people. I don't know. Or
I'm so bad at texting too, so that makes me just want to if you're in a serious conversation with somebody texting, I'm like, yo, just let me come see you and we'll talk it in person, because definitely things get misinterpreted. I don't know how people successfully get their ideas out there.
I don't
stuff
know.
like that. You could fight with somebody texting forever.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Proving them wrong. I can't. You know, I've definitely been in that situation before.
You know what? I've been in a situation where a person has so much to say through text, and when I call them, they're like a different person. It's like, you know.
God. I know. It's crazy.
It's like on text.
They can't think on their feet.
Yeah, that's what it is.
That's really what it is. You know, when you're texting somebody, you have all this time to think about exactly
what to say, right?
Why can't you say it right away?
Right.
So, because you want to come out on top, you want to win that argument.
That's how it is.
Or, you know, whatever the heck you're doing, proving your point.
Yeah.
And you definitely get that done better just by talking to somebody.
Yeah, definitely. But,
you know, everybody talks about body language and stuff
like
that.
That's
a big,
it's key.
That's
a big key.
And that's all going to disappear with our generations.
Exactly. That's sad. It's very sad.
Seriously, you have these kids born like. Actually, I saw a video where they gave a bunch of kids like a tape a tape deck. Like, you know, a Walkman.
Oh, yeah.
You know? And they're like, what is this? They have no idea how to use it. They're like 10 years old. 10 years old.
You telling me that? I was working at a flea market helping around, and this one guy was selling tapes, videotapes and stuff. This kid walks by. Yeah, VHS tapes, yeah. Okay. This kid walks by, he picks up the tape, he's like, Daddy, what is this? It's so huge.
Oh my
like,
God.
You know, that's like, this is what we used to watch instead of CDs and stuff. He's like, really?
Oh
what? Like, are you serious? Come on.
Man,
like,
that's crazy.
They act like it's some kind of. I do too, you know. You know, they act like it's some kind of like mysterious. I don't even. And they look at it like, really, this is what you guys use?
Yeah.
Like,
oh my God, how can I live? The funny part about the tape decks was when you had to go to the next song, you had to like fast forward to the song, and they like guess where to stop and stuff like that. And the kids couldn't even comprehend that.
Wow.
Why can't you just go to the next song? Right?
Yeah. Right. Wow.
They couldn't even do it. You have to press fast forward, guess where to stop, and if you hear in the middle of the song, you have to rewind.
Yep. Dude, I remember when I heard a song on the radio or something, I would take out my tape recorder or whatever and like record that song.
And then the DJ would fuck it up.
Yeah, definitely. But I don't know, man. The generation compared to our generation, this generation, I don't know. It's so weird. I'm so curious how they're going to grow up and be, though. Like,
I'm so curious. We're going to be 30. We're going to be 35, 40 years old. We're going to be looking at our kids.
Oh my God.
And we're going to be saying, "Oh my God, these kids, man."
But you know what? They look at us the same way also, even though at our age, you know,
they do.
Older people, that's how it is, because civilization is always changing so rapidly. But now more than ever, though. Back in the day, you know, it wasn't changing as fast. I mean, I don't know. I guess, I don't know. Anyway, moving on to more topics. Bam. What? Bam. So I think this is a sickening story that happened in New York and Brooklyn. So two kids are playing outside, 1 6 and 1 7, and they decide to go upstairs to get some ice cream, and they're greeted with a heavyset black male who just decides to stab these kids to death. And apparently I heard that the psych ward people are actually disturbed and scared about this man. Like, what the hell is going through your mind once again to have to stab children in an elevator? Like, this man woke up in the morning, and that's what happened during his day. What do you have to say, Jamie?
My God. I don't even want to say fucking anything. I am so fucking pissed off about how fucking people just feel like they can do whatever the fuck they want. Yeah, people have free will. They can do whatever they want, whatever. But Jesus fucking Christ, you gotta be kidding me. How are you gonna stab kids in an elevator, completely innocent? And, you know, I believe things happen for a reason, but when it comes down to shit like this, that's all completely thrown out the door. This guy's obviously fucking sick. He should obviously be killed and not deserve a life.
Death penalty. Or something. I mean, that's ridiculous. Like, these are fucking kids. Like, they're as innocent kids, and who are you to just go up to them and stab them? Like, no matter who you are, what you are, whatever reason you had, you know, there's no... I don't even know.
I'm looking at the kid's face right now. How can you even like push that little kid?
You know what? I get pissed at parents for doing things to their kids sometimes, and they go overboard sometimes. But this is a random man who I just feel so bad for the parents, and I just once again this guy, like I said, he woke up, and this is what he did during the day. Like the things that
they have no place to go. They're in a fucking elevator.
Yeah, that is, it just makes it scary, though, because it's like, imagine, you know, you would never think that your kids are going upstairs in an elevator and they're going to end up getting stabbed. I mean, I don't even know.
This is the future of our country. What if that kid was going to grow up to be president?
Yeah.
You have no idea. They said he loved playing baseball.
You never know what could have came out of that.
He could be the next, Bobby Abreu.
Exactly.
Mariano Rivera.
Exactly.
How can you take that away from a kid who has so much potential?
And there were two kids. The friend also that, was just so happened to be there.
It makes me want, you know what? They said they were playing outside. Where are the parents? We come back to this with the whole, raising your kids, blah, blah, blah. I mean, it's okay. You're going to let your kids outside and play, but, when you're in, a city type of bad
when you're in Brooklyn, of course,
no way. If you're in, some kind of suburb and all the houses are spaced apart and stuff like that, sure, let them out, go play, have a baseball. Every once in a while, look out your window.
Of course.
But when you're in Brooklyn,
there are people 6 and 7,
all over the place, people in and out of the building.
Yeah.
And they get stuck in an elevator, completely defenseless. Completely.
Of course.
They must have been shitting their pants. I just don't understand how somebody could take the lives of some kids that he doesn't even know. He has no.
I mean, I don't want to blame the parents completely, but once again, you are right. Where were the parents during this? But at the same time, they're not going to think that some man is just going to end up in the elevator with their kids or, and end up stabbing them.
Yeah.
So
at the same time, it is wrong to blame the parents. Obviously, the blame is the guy who committed the murder.
It is still, you got to watch your kids. You just can't be doing that.
Yeah, but seriously, I don't. Did they find the guy? I don't even.
Yeah. Apparently, he's in custody. I don't know what's going on with the whole situation, but they got him. And I don't know what's going to happen
Lethal
with
injection, put him to sleep. He obviously has problems.
Yeah, that's
obviously
what it is.
He has problems.
We
have to get these people off the streets. We need to make this place a better place. There are people fighting for us, in other countries, and meanwhile we have problems of our own right here in our backyard.
What? Speaking about New York, though, I feel like Mayor de Blasio, what has he been doing? I don't even hear about this guy in the news or anything. I feel like, Bloomberg, as much as we can say so many things about Mayor Bloomberg, but I feel like he did a great job as mayor. And Mayor de Blasio, what is he doing? I feel like New York has become worse, to be honest with you,
Well, here's the thing. Obviously, it doesn't matter who's sitting in the mayor's chair.
I know, but it's going to happen. But, there has to be some kind of, a point where the mayor is like, okay, enough is enough. We need to crack down on this somehow, and I feel like the mayor isn't really doing this. Has he even commented on the situation? I don't know. Should he? I don't know.
Okay, well, here's the thing. Obviously, you have the way to crack down is cops. More cops on the street. More cops looking out for bad trouble. The problem is, there are way too many cops trying to look and bust teenagers for smoking weed.
Exactly.
You're going to bust teenagers for smoking a little weed in their backyard. Meanwhile, there are people killing people. You're supposed to be looking out for that bad stuff. Anything suspicious. I'm sure they have numbers that you can call, besides 911. You see those commercials,
hotlines,
if you see something, say something, but all that stuff. People have to actually do that. They don't put those commercials up for nothing.
No reason, exactly.
Call that number. If you see something suspicious, if you see a weird guy that you constantly see him just, walking around, without an aim in life.
Exactly.
Call, let people know, and you could be the hero. You could
seriously,
potentially avoid that.
Everyone needs to look out for each other, guys. You just can't, you got to do something about it. It's up to us. As you can see, no one else is really doing much about it, so I don't know. Like I said, this is just disgusting. This is just sick, and
he'll be going to hell.
Yeah, definitely. Well, let's move on. I don't even know what you could say after this. Let's go on to a positive story or something. So here's a positive story. A janitor in a high school gets $1,900 to visit his son who is stationed in Italy. Apparently, they were having a pep rally, and the students secretly collected money, and they were like, oh, there's a mess. Who do we call for a mess? Clean up. And they called the janitor, who was wearing a Hump Day shirt, which I thought was hilarious. He comes and he sees a trash can full of money, $1,900. Is this not amazing? You know what? I wish I was that janitor, though, but...
Well, I tell you what, at the same time, he's worried every day about his family stationed overseas. Anything can happen, but this is such a nice, heartwarming story, and it's such a cute idea, too, to have him called in, mop the gym floor, during the pep rally. Such a great thing, because there are people out there like this who just work every day, 9-to-5 jobs, that deserve something big, and if it is anyone, it is this guy.
And you know what's so sad, though? These celebrities, $1,900 to them is nothing. And they blow it on the stupidest things ever. But for this guy, that $1,900 means the world to him because of what he's now able to do with it. you know, and this story makes me happy and it pisses me off at the same time because, like I said, it just reminds me of the fact that how easily people blow money without thinking on such stupid things.
And there are people who need it more,
exactly,
and they will
people
do much more
bust their ass.
things.
Exactly, they will do much more with it, and these are people that bust their ass every freaking day. And you know, you would think that maybe he would have enough money to go visit his son, but no, apparently that's not the case.
Well, if you're a janitor, you're not making much money. You gotta make ends meet for yourself.
And like I said, but a janitor is busting their ass. They're busting their ass. So, a very heartwarming story. You know, I would love to read more stories like this instead of hearing about people getting stabbed and killed and shot. You know, but when you live in a world with such a huge population, you're bound to hear so many negative stories. But it would be nice to hear more stories like this. This is great.
This guy.
You know,
good for him.
Very great for the school that did it and everything. Hopefully, you know. Let's move on. Let's see some more positive stories. Oh, did you hear about the story about the guy who gave his dad the '57 Chevy? Apparently, he made a promise to his dad when he was 8 years old, and he was like, "Oh, Dad, I'm gonna give you a '57 Chevy Bel Air for your '57th birthday." And apparently, '57th birthday came up, and the son actually kept his promise from when he was 8 years old.
Wow! That is awesome.
Like, that's a great thing when you're a dad and you have a son like that. And the guy was in tears, though. If you see the video, the dad was in tears, the son was in tears. I mean, this was his dream car, you know.
Yeah, definitely.
And
that's
now,
great.
Here's your son that just got you your dream car, you know.
That's the ultimate way to pay your parents back for everything that they've done in your whole life. I can only hope that one day I can make enough money to, you know, buy my parents like a nice boat or a house. My dad's huge into fishing. If I had enough money to buy him a boat, I would do it in a heartbeat.
I mean, there are so many things that it's just so hard to pay back your parents for what they've done. But, you know, I mean, that's just great. Another story also. So there was this student who stopped the Seattle campus shooter, and now he's getting married, and apparently the internet found out, and they just send him, like, a whole bunch of wedding gifts. Like, it's phenomenal. I mean, what you could do with the internet, though. Like, that's one way everyone is, like, paying back this guy for the good deed that he's done. You know, now that he's getting married, everyone's like, oh, here, wedding gifts, you know. I mean,
that's what you get when people get rewarded for being the hero, man. Like, that's true, and I'm sure that was not going through his head. Because
yeah, exactly.
If you're stopping a campus shooter, you're probably thinking you're probably gonna die. So
exactly.
Like,
you know,
why would he think he was gonna keep living?
Exactly.
He totally deserves that, and it's great that people recognize it because there are just too many bad things going on, and it's great to help somebody out every once in a while, just like we've been saying.
Definitely positive news, guys. Let's move on to something for parents. So we were watching something on Wheel of Fortune. This guy, it was pretty much a toss-up, and it was Surf City, Here We Come, and he was like, Surf, wait, here we go, or something like that, you know. And I was like, do you think people do these type of things just to become, like, internet famous or something? Is this, like, you know, like, I don't know. What do you think?
Well, the thing is, the puzzle actually read the word at the end. It was, what was it? Surf,
come.
Here We Come.
Here we come, and he
said go. Like, how does that even happen? This guy definitely, he said, he was interviewed and he said, yeah, he was nervous, blah, blah, but how are you that nervous enough that you, like, become illiterate?
Yeah, right, to not know that. Come is right there, and when the lady solved it, she was like, Surf City, here we come. You know, but yeah, I don't know, I think people do those type of things just to become, like, internet famous or whatever.
Totally. And you know what? Actually, if you think about it, Wheel of Fortune might be actually guilty of doing it too. I remember they had some guy, they had like a homeless guy on one time, like, and you know, which is totally fair. You know, you're not supposed to, like, you know, be prejudiced on who you pick,
right?
Blah, blah, blah. But you know, that's definitely something where they might be guilty of just getting some crazy person on just to draw more viewers. That show's been on for a long time.
Of course.
Jeopardy's on it before. Everybody tunes into Jeopardy. And as soon as Wheel of Fortune comes on, people switch the channel.
Yeah.
So, you know.
I totally forgot about Jeopardy. Wow, I don't know why I forgot about that show.
Oh my god, my parents watch that every night. Every night. Oh yeah. And sometimes it's fun, but honestly, you know,
as a kid I used to watch it every night.
Yeah.
But then it got to the point where I couldn't solve the questions, and it got annoying.
Yeah. I still can't solve the questions.
Yeah, some of the questions are like, and the way you got to solve it, what is you know, and
yeah. Well, it makes sense because the thing is they give you the answer and you're supposed to give the question.
Yeah,
point, so,
that is true too.
It definitely makes sense, but Yeah, it's definitely crazy.
Guys, we're going to wrap up the Wolnot Podcast with everything that we just had to talk about. It was a great time having Jamie here and everything.
Thanks for having me, Hunter.
Definitely thank you for coming here. Guys, let us know what you want to hear us talking about next time. Comment, everything like that. Support Wolnot, all that good stuff. WOLNOT.com. Don't know what else to say, but once again, it was a great time. And we'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Boom!